Hello again, how are you? I hope you're fine. Welcome to a new lesson. The objectives of today's lesson are to identify specific and general information of a text about football and also to distinguish the use of the prepositions on, at, and in. Okay, so let's start with the lesson. Today we're going to start the lesson with a reading activity. Okay, so please open your student books on page number 70. Activity number 1, reading. Working pairs. Discuss these questions. Number 1, what important football matches can you think of? Can you think of an important football match? Can you remember one important football match? Okay, for example, I can remember one of the football matches between Chile and Argentina in a final of America Cup. Can you remember one of those matches? Okay, number 2. Who are the champions of your country and the world? You have to help me because I don't know who are the champions of our country. Maybe Universidad Católica or Colo Colo. And the world, I don't know. I don't know the answer. And number 3, look at the photos. What do you think is special about this football match? Here we have 2 pictures. And what do you think is special about this football match? Yes, we can see a cup here, but the cup is divided in 2 parts. Can you see that? Wow. Okay, so let's start with the reading. Activity number 2. Read and listen to the article. Which 2 teams play the other final and who wins? Let's read. The other final. That's the title of the text. La otra final. It's 30th June 2002. In the International Stadium in Yokohama, Japan, 2 great teams, Brazil and Germany, are ready to play in the World Cup final. 4,500 kilometers away in the Changlimitang Stadium in Thimphu, Bhutan, there is another football match, Bhutan versus Montserrat. Bhutan are number 202 in the world. Montserrat are 203. They are the bottom 2 teams in the world. Montserrat y Bután son los equipos que se encuentran al final de la lista. De todos los países del mundo, son los peores. Bután, el número 202, Montserrat, el número 203. It's Magis de Jong's idea. He is a Dutch businessman. He can't watch his national team, the Netherlands, because they are not at this World Cup. He's sad, but then he thinks about people from other countries. What about teams that never play in the World Cup? He organizes the other final and asks the national teams of Bhutan and Montserrat to play. The Montserrat team fly from the Caribbean to the Himalayan mountains of Bhutan. Thousands of people watch the match. Bhutan win 4-0, but everyone decides that football is the real winner. After their game, both teams sit down with the rest of the world and enjoy the real World Cup final. Entonces, un empresario que era holandés estaba triste ya que su país, Holanda, no estaba jugando la gran final de fútbol. Por lo tanto, pensó en los países que nunca juegan finales. Estos países entonces fueron Montserrat y Bután. Por lo tanto, ¿qué fue lo que hizo? Creó la otra final. Y ellos jugaron un partido, Bután ganó 4-0 y decidieron que en realidad lo importante era jugar y no solamente ganar la final, ¿cierto? Entonces la copa se dividió en dos partes y se las entregaron de manera simbólica a ambos equipos. Okay, so let's answer the questions. Which two teams play the other final? Can you tell me the name of the teams that play the other final? Yes, Bhutan and Montserrat. And who wins? Very good, Bhutan win 4-0. Excellent. Okay, activity number 3. Read the article again. Put the events in the correct order. Here we have different sentences and different events of the text. So the idea is that you write the numbers and put the events in order. Okay, so I need that you please stop the video now and do the activity. So now let's check the activity. Here you have all the answers. Number 1, then the Dutch team are in the World Cup final. Number 2, Magis, the young has a plan. Number 3, Magis organizes a football match. Number 4, the Montserrat national team flies to Bhutan. Number 5, Montserrat and Bhutan play a game of football. And number 6, Germany and Brazil play in the World Cup final. Very good. Now, let's continue with the second part of the lesson. Today we're going to talk about prepositions of time. Okay, we use different prepositions to talk about time. Today we're going to see 3 examples of prepositions. At, in, and on. Okay? We're going to use at with times of the day. Times, for example, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 9:30, etc. We're going to use in with months and seasons. For example, December, January, February, etc. Seasons, winter, spring. Do you remember the seasons? Yes, right? Okay. And on, we're going to use on with days of the week. For example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. Let's see some examples. First, school starts at 8 o'clock. Remember, we're going to use at with times, times of the day. And the second example says, the train leaves at 7:30. 7:30, okay? Let's continue with more examples. It always rains in December. Do you remember that we're going to use in with months? So in this case, we have the month December, so we have to use the preposition in. And then we have we play football in winter. We used in because we're talking about a season and we're going to use in with months and seasons. Let's continue with more examples. I go to the cinema on Saturday. On Saturday. We used on in this case because Saturday is a day of the week. And finally, there's a test on school on Monday. Here we have another day of the week. So let's do an activity. Complete with the correct preposition. Here we have different sentences and you have to complete them with the correct preposition. Remember, at, in, on. Okay? So let's start with the first sentence. I usually have dance lessons Tuesday. What do you think? The correct preposition is on. Yes, because Tuesday is a day of the week, martes. Number 2. She will travel to Europe August. What do you think? In, at, or on? The correct answer is in. Very good, because August is a month. In is the correct answer. Number 3. They have an English lesson 9 a.m. What do you think? In, at, or on? The correct answer is at. Very good, because 9 a.m. is a time of the day. Number 4. Anna has a date. 3 o'clock. What do you think? At again. Very good. And finally, number 5. You go to the beach. Summer. What do you think? In, at, or on? The correct answer is in, because summer is a season and we're going to use in with months and seasons. Okay? Great. And these are the activities that you have to do as a homework for this week. You have to open your workbooks on page number 65 and you have to do activity number 6, 7, and 8. Let's check the activities. Number 6. Circle the correct options. Here we have different sentences and you have to circle the correct preposition. Number 0, the example. I leave home in, on, or at 7 a.m. to go to school. The correct answer is at, because we're talking about time. Very good. Number 7. Complete the sentences with at, in, or on. Number 1. The party is on Friday. That's the example. The party is on Friday. In this case, we use on because we use on with days of the week. 7 p.m. So here you have to write the correct preposition. And finally, activity number 8. Write the words in the correct columns. Here we have 3 different columns and different words. The idea is that you classify the words under the correct preposition. Tienen acá, chiquillos, palabras y ustedes deben clasificar las palabras bajo la columna correspondiente, es decir, bajo la preposición in, si se usa con in, bajo la preposición on, si se utiliza con on, y bajo la preposición at, si se utilizará con at. For example, May. May is a month, so you have to write May under in because we're going to use in with months. Then we have Friday. Friday is under on because we use on with days of the week. And 3:30 p.m. We're going to put 3:30 p.m. under the preposition at because we use at with times. Okay? So you have to classify all the words 7 o'clock, midnight, midday, September, the evening, the morning, etc. Okay? Very good.
And that is the end of the lesson. Remember that you have to do your homework. That's really important, okay? See you next lesson. Bye.